out here to El Dorado for a thing, and I've literally been lost for 31 minutes trying to get out of El Dorado, but it's so pretty there that I didn't mind too much. I thought after I got lost there for half an hour that I'd just take the long way home, go down Southern Highway through Galisteo Basin and through Galisteo and the long way home. So why not? We only live once. I actually think, you know, as a Buddhist, that we live a lot of times, but hey, I could be wrong. And I'm thinking, well, now's my opportunity to drive the long way home. I might as well do it. So beautiful out here. Grab some water. Wow, I love my car. I've been kind of like I said on the last clip that we filmed. That I'd been wanting my Mercedes. I've been wanting a Mercedes one time on film. Yep, this is Galisteo Basin. This is actually Lamy out here to the left. Oh, that car ended up right beside me. Okay. I was saying that I've spent almost my whole time with this car wanting a Mercedes. Because a long time ago on film, I talked about this Mercedes that I saw for sale in Albertson's parking lot, and I actually called and tried to get the person who was selling it to sell it to me for payments, meaning really small payments. so about the time I got, not long before I got this car, I was like, I really want a Mercedes, but I didn't have a car at all. My other car had broken down, and I was like, I really want a Mercedes, but I was like, but I really want a reliable car that I can afford. So I got this one, Honda Civic, and I really do love it. It's really wonderful. It's really nice. It's been really reliable, and I'm like, I come to this car, I turn it on, I don't worry about it at all. But lately, I will say, I've had a bunch of changes going on, and losses happening, and I've been freaking out about, I don't want to lose my car. I'm scared of losing my car. I'm scared of losing my place to live. I'm scared of losing all my stuff. It's just triggered a bunch of neurotic bullshit that I really thought I was past, and apparently I'm not. So then today, Darren and I were on our way to the storage unit. The car was covered with a big rack on top and shelves and a bunch of nice clothes, books inside the car, and the girls and Darren and I were driving to the new storage unit to unload all this stuff, and along the way I looked down and my engine light came on, and I almost panicked. I was like, oh my god, this doesn't happen on this car. It actually does. If you don't put premium gas in it, the engine light will come on, but the minute you put premium gas in it, it goes off again. So Darren said, well, I'll check the oil when we get there. I'm like, this car should not need any oil. It should be just running perfectly, no problems with it. This is a very reliable car. It doesn't have problems, and there's no reason why it should be anything other than have oil. And he checked it, and it was basically damn near out of oil. So we just went a few, like half a block away, and got oil for the car. My voice is gone. I'm grieving. I'm in sorrow, and my voice just disappears into my body when I'm like that, and that makes me mad. But it is what it is. So we put in a quart of oil, and hope to goodness that it's all fine, because now I'm out in the boondocks driving. But I had to really regulate my body when I went in to get the oil, and I ended up having a pretty enjoyable time going in to get the oil from the grocery store. I really did enjoy it, and interacting with people. For the most part, I really had a pleasant time, and I was glad, because I had to regulate my body, and that's how I was doing it, appreciating my environment, appreciating the people around me, and just grounding myself. And anyway, we put the oil in the car and all that, and put gas in the car, and then I was able to drive out to my thing that I went to today, and then drive around for half an hour trying to get out of there. And now here, I'm just looking out over Galisteo Basin. It's freaking beautiful. It was raining when I went to my thing, and that's good because we've needed rain so bad for quite a while. It's May 10th or 11th, something like that, Saturday, and 2024, and it's been downright winter lately, just straight up cold. Windy, blustery. Windy isn't unusual in the spring here, but this seems strange to have it be like winter cold here, so. So, I don't know, what's this? Had all these questions about morality, questions about everything. I don't know, I may end up perpetually asking questions, but I'm actually trying to let go of all the questions. Because they're stupid. They keep us caught up in our heads where we don't actually get into the body and feel the wisdom of the body. So I'm getting tired of asking questions, and I know we have a mind for a reason, but I think I rely a little too heavily on mine, and mine probably shouldn't attempt to use it that much. I don't know, I'm kind of inspired just like to write a play, but I don't know what the play is. I'm kind of working on one. Maybe it's inspiration to work on the one I've already started, or maybe two that I've started. One is a play, and one is a strange thing that one, I could define it as a play, but it breaks out all of the like traditional definition of a play, which is cool, but you can't do much with it because it's unwieldy. It would break copyright. It would be really hard to perform, stuff like that. So it's more of a conceptual idea that I've dabbled in than an actual usable play, unless I go to a lot of great length, which might be worth it to adapt it to the stage or something. But lately I've been kind of like throwing away the questions. I've also been throwing away all of my dreams. Just let them go. Just trying to let go. And then I went to my huge wardrobe, which is most of our house, most of our apartment. In one corner where I was looking for a little shawl type thing I wanted to wear today with my stuff in layers, you know. And I went and I looked for it, and I couldn't find it. And I looked again, I couldn't find it. And I looked again, and I couldn't find it. But I've got so many clothes that it could be in there. It could very easily be in there. And me not see it. But then I was stressing out that when I went psycho the last time, that I gave away all my shit, that I gave away all my stuff, and I'll go to my closets, many closets, and look for my stuff and not know whether I've misplaced it or gave it away, because I can't remember a lot of the stuff. I can't remember the details of what I gave away. And I just finally told myself, let it go. Let it go. You're stressing out over this one clothing item when you have a billion clothing items. Just let it go. Relax. And I got to tell you, I'm just having to tell myself, let it go. Relax. Through losses and through scary shit like your car acting weird, and now I'm testing it by going out in the middle of the country. But oh well, I'll have to check the oil when I get home or whatever. And well, anyway, it's like, you know, I'm worrying about losing this and losing that and losing that, and I'm like, after a certain point, it's like, look, you can't, the more you try to control the shit not being lost, the more it gets lost. I know it from experience. But I also have worked very hard to protect my stuff and managed to protect some of it, you know. But I think if I could have let go, I'd still have it all, and then what would I do? Meaning all along. But I couldn't, so that's that. And that's okay. It's alright, except for that I lost, like, you know, an RV, a van, a car, shit tons of stuff, money, you know, opportunities, just amazing things that had come to me, people, and it's gone. I mean, it's either gone or it's still here. I mean, I comfort myself with what I said in that same last clip, where I said, you know, in Buddhism, Nichiren Buddhism, we have the 3,000 realms in a single moment of life. So I comfort myself knowing that in another realm, I have all that stuff, all the people, all the places, all the opportunities, all the, you know, successes, all the stuff, and it's okay because I already have it, and that is very comforting to me. I don't know what I would have done without the 3,000 realms in a single moment of life, or this idea that there are multiple realms where I exist in alternate selves, you know. Well, you can let me talk because I finally get a little time alone with you. And that's why we come out here, and we're already past Galisteo. We're still at the basin, but my lord, Grandma. That last clip that you and Papa watched, it's called Animals Are People. Animals are people. Half the fucking show, you talk about me getting wet, propelling me to talk, and then you barely let me talk. And I'm getting tired of that since I've known you. By the way, everybody who doesn't know me, and I don't know how you could not know me, my name is Luna, and I'm my grandma's doggy. My grandma's a little chihuahua, little black chihuahua, and I'm dead. I died 2.5 years ago, and my grandma's not gotten over it yet. Never will. Well, that's pretty fucked up, Grandma. I know. This is Luna's little dazzling crystal that I got for her. Hung here in the car. That was nice of you, Emma. It's really pretty out here, but you guys are stable, so you got the idea already. Yeah, it's dark, it's cold, it's weird, it's rainy, it's... Gonna have to grab some more water. Well, I just want to say that they're doing so much to my grandma. The healing, I guess. I mean, she's been thinking they was healing her for about fucking, I'm not gonna say 90 years, Grandma, but a whole fucking lot. A long fucking time. My grandma's been thinking she was getting healed. They've harmed her so. They have fucked her up big time. They fucking broke her up into little bits, and then they broke her again, saying they was putting them back together. She's one fucked up individual, aren't you, Grandma? Yeah. I think those are Angus. Angus Among Us, right, Papa? Angus Among Us. That's awesome. Hell, I wouldn't mind being one of them cows. I mean, I'm sure they're not going to end up too well, but they're living happy at the moment. Oh, none of us is going to end up, necessarily the way we want. We're all going to end up dead, but I know I'm dead. I can vouch for it. It's not so bad, though. I don't want everybody to be so fucking scared of it. I'm terrified of it right now. I've been having nightmares that I'm dying and shit. I'm having nightmares that people who are already dead are dying. Or died. And like, didn't I process this? Are you having nightmares that I died? No, I'm not. One smart thing that Luna and I did was, at first, she was about to die when she was 3 years before she died. She was about to die, and I chanted for her. I chanted to find some antibiotics in the dumpster, and then I did. And I gave them to her, and we took great pains and care to rehabilitate her. She was doing Tai Chi, doing some yoga, maybe yoga, Tai Chi type stuff. She was on a real strict yogurt diet and anything that I could add to it, but she was just, I was making her go through the rigmarole, and she did it all. She did it. I know I done it because I wanted to live, didn't I? I'm like, yes, you did. Thank you. I had to yank teeth out of her head. I had to do it all. I had to reach up in her hindquarters and get stuff out for her. I did it all. I was willing. This is how fucking sick I am. To, like, at one point I thought, oh my God, there's something stuck in her system that I can't get out. I was ready to get out the handsaw and cut her in half and try to get to it and put her back together, and I would have done it and succeeded at it. I was that damn determined. And I would have let you. I would have fought you because you wouldn't have had any anesthesia, but I would have fucking let you. It wasn't just you that was nutty, Tama. Thank you. But lately I've been like, shit, shit, I can't be fighting all the devils and all the gods and all the angels and all the demons and all the people to keep everything. I'm just gonna have to let go of some shit, you know, and really all of it, and hope with everything in me. At the end, I have my dreams come true, and I'm still alive with my health and all that. All you can do is try, and by try I mean give up. I mean, you gotta surrender it. You gotta surrender all of this shit, because you've been trying to control the whole entire universe, and you've done a pretty damn good job of it. Mama, thank you. I appreciate that. And I felt like I've, done a terrible job of it. Well, on some levels it may look that way, but I'm gonna tell you, you've done a fucking grand job of it, and that's why you've continued to do it. But seeing as how you need to stop doing it, you should probably focus on how it doesn't really work that well. I mean, after all, I'm dead, but I'm still here talking to you. Well, that's what I think you were bringing up, is that we're both afraid that as time progresses, I've had this fear that they're going to tell me that in order to be sane, I have to stop talking for my dead dog or my living dogs. And Sunny's just finding her voice. I don't know why they'd say that, Mama, but you don't have to believe them. They'll say anything around here, They'll say fucking anything. They've told you all sorts of shit about you. They ain't said shit about themselves, but they've said a lot of shit about you. In other words, they assume that they're mentally healthy. And I've told them that they assume that, and that they assume wrongly that they're sick too. They're the sickest of all. I'm going to be honest. They're the sickest of all these health people, these therapists and fucking psychiatrists. Oh my God. Psychiatrists don't even pretend they're healthier. They just pretend they're superior. They don't pretend they're healthy. Oh, a big old jackrabbit. Dobby would love to chase that. Yep, Dobby's at home. She couldn't come on this journey, but I could. I mean, I go on all of them, to be honest, but I don't usually talk unless I'm, it feels right. It feels right to do it. My grandma's worried about having to bury me. I avoided burying her 3 years before she was dead, which is 5.5 years ago, because I dug her grave and watched a grim task digging Luna's grave. I was digging it in the dang freaking little dirt patch garden off of our fucking apartment, but that's because we didn't have a car, and Luna doesn't want to be buried in that garden. She wants to be buried out here at Galisteo Basin, and I haven't done it yet. I've got a car and haven't done it, and maybe that's what this journey's about, telling me it's getting time to do it, because she's in the freezer, as many of you know. I'm in the fleas of freezing my little ass off. My grandma's so worried about burying me out at Galisteo Basin and having me be lonely. I'm worried that she's gonna be lonely or scared, or I have even worried that coyotes will come and dig her up and eat her. Well, the only way to combat that is to fucking keep me real solid closing, and then bury me deep, because you've already got me in that plastic thing that that held that comforter. A comforter for the bed. She put me in that and zipped it up and stuck me in the freezer. But she wrapped me in some little blankets, boys. You can't, she told Sydney when Sydney come to visit, oh, you want to see Luna? She's in the freezer. And Luna said, and Sydney said, no. And I told her, and she told Sydney, no way you won't be able to see it. It's not like she's in the freezer staring out at us. Oh, that'd be interesting. Sydney still declined. Yeah. Well, anyway, I hope I live through this. And I hope the car lives through it, and I hope the fucking house lives through it. Meaning that we have it, or we have another one right at the same, without the lapse of time. But I don't know how the freaking crazy universe works. I've been trying to get so in sync with the universe that it nearly drove me off the deep end again. I'm not sure you need to be getting in sync with the universe. Maybe you need to just come back home to your body and ground yourself and get a little humble for once. I know they're telling me to be humble. Be humble. Be humble. Yeah. And humility isn't really a thing in the United States. Well, it may be for you, Grandma. You may have to get humble. It's not pretty, but I may have to. I doubt people will like me when I get humble, and they're not going to admire me at all if I get humble. Ooh. To the road. But maybe that's the point, Grandma. Maybe you need to quit worrying about people admiring you. Think, she's got an Oscar, she's got a Pulitzer, she's got a Nobel, she's got a whatever. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. They all know by now you deserve it. They all know by now that you got the brains and the looks and the heart and the whatever to do it. And that you practically earned it already. Let it go. Just let yourself have that. Just know in another realm you got the Oscar. But you said a long time ago that we were gonna get an Oscar. I sure hope so, but maybe to get the Oscar you gotta let it go. No, there's no fucking way on earth we could ever get all this, everything we want. Don't give up. I mean, do give up, but don't give up. I mean, don't bash it. Don't bash it. Just let it go. Just gently let it go. That's how you let something go. You don't, you know how to hold on, because holding on is holding on. It's doing something. But if you let it go, it's the opposite of doing something. So just relax. That's what my sister Dobby's been trying to tell you. And I am trying to tell you. I've watched you fight for your dreams. You fought for your dreams. Now give it up. I know, but I'm worried I'm gonna die if I give it up. Maybe you will, Mama. Maybe you will. I didn't make it to the end of this show. I didn't make it to the end of the show. You're starting to figure out that at this point, there are no guarantees, and there never has been a guarantee, but I'll tell you, you thought you had one, and that helped, but now you don't even think you have one. It's like people would say there's no guarantee, and you're like, yeah, they are, that's true, but there is for me, right? And I feel like that kept me alive. white. But now it might be time for you to let it go. And if you fucking die, I'm gonna say sorry. Wrong advice there, but you know, I don't think you have a choice, because it's gonna fucking kill you. It's hoiting you back. It's hoiting you back. Let it go. It's okay to move your shit. That might loosen up your back a bit, a little bit, but and that's what seems to be working out. The invoice seems to be in cahoots with that, but you really need to relax a little bit, let it go, not be so fucking adamant. Because I'll tell you, you got adamant about the time I was dying, and then after I died, you was so tired, Grandma. You was so worn out. You was working on the house, trying to save all that shit, but a bunch of it, you ended up having to fucking throw away anyway. And I died, and you know, quit hanging on so tight. Loosen your grip a little, loosen it. Loosen your grip a little bit. I'm trying. I wish I could do more than try. I wish I could do it. Loosen it up. Just loosen it. Just loosen. Get a little loosey-goosey. I'm gonna loosen up your neck there. Get a little loosey-goosey. I'm kind of stiff. Get a little loosey-goosey on it. And I love this place. I love this area. We're going by San Marcos Cafe, which I just love. So, whenever I loosened up a little bit about this stuff, I found a penny on the ground, and I also found this flower when it was doing real well. But mostly beyond finding a penny and finding a flower, I felt bad when I let it go a little bit. I can't believe I'm telling people to let it go. I hate letting go. You ain't letting go because you like it. You're letting go because you have to. And then when you do it, you feel a little better. That's all you're acknowledging. You're not saying let it go. You're not advising anybody to let shit go. We're saying that you fucking like it. You're saying if you don't fucking let it go to yourself, you're gonna fucking die from hanging on. And it might keep you alive a little longer to let it go a little bit. Man, the sky looks amazing right now. Raven flying over. So anyway, I realized that, I mean, I'm not saying nobody will help us, but that nobody is gonna help us if everything spins out of control and starts to get lost. But I do know that people will help some and stuff, but nobody's gonna come along and save me in this situation. I have to figure out what has to be done in order to maintain the stability that I have in my life. And when stuff gets out of balance, it just all starts rocking like this. It's just fucking like fucking, like I told Darren, I'm out in the middle of the ocean on a little flimsy raft. Oh, I was going like this. I'm out in the middle of the ocean on a flimsy raft in a really bad, sea storm with all the waves coming up all around me. And, that's, wow, look at this. Man, that is a wild rainstorm right there. But the only way to calm the storm, if there's any way at all, is just to calm down. Just to calm the fuck down. So I'm calming down in each moment that I can. I have screamed a few times and stuff, panicked, been in terror, but then I calm down again and I try to let go or loosen up my grip a little bit at a time. I don't know, I'm just trying to figure this shit out, because my life has never worked. Never since the time I was born. My life has never, ever worked. So I've been on a spiritual trajectory that's just made me go circles. And I'm like, these circles are for a reason, but I'm not getting anywhere, and I don't know if I'm getting anywhere or not. Maybe I'm just learning to relax and be in the life that I have. And I think that's it. It's like, oh, I thought it was to attain enlightenment. Then I attained enlightenment, and I'm like, fuck, this is fucking whack shit. I'm ending up in the psych ward, and they're gonna fucking put me there and keep me there. Put me on these heavy fucking meds and shit. Get me back to my body, because being up in outer space is going to have me institutionalized or dead. So thank you for letting me attain enlightenment, but now I gotta get back down in my body and live the life I was born into that never went well. The one thing about my life as a child that I had was nature. I've got to get back out in nature more. I've just got to. So I'm gonna figure out how to, this car's gonna have to be cool with me so I can get out to nature more. So you'll be able to. This is an example. Don't boy, that car just brought you out on the long journey into the wilderness, and you're damn near home. I want you to just take a deep breath, Mama. I want you to just feel your feet on the bottom of the pedal and the floor of the car, and just feel your energy going deep into the earth. Just go deep into the earth. Just feel it like roots coming out your feet, deep into the earth, deep into the earth, maybe even to the center of the earth, the molten center of the earth. Feel better, Grandma? I do. I feel better. Your car's doing great. Give it credit where it's due. Your car's doing great. Your car's doing great, and give it credit where it's due. And you've been out in a little nature. You haven't gone out into the nature, but you got to see the nature. about all this frustration and anger. I know, my Lord, no wonder you had to fire all your therapists. You didn't listen to them. Now I'm your therapist, and you need to fucking listen to me. I'm telling you that you need to take a deep breath. Let the energy go clear down to the bottom of your feet, and let it go down, 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 down to the center, the molten center of the earth, and just ground yourself. Just feel relaxed and just at ease in the world, in your body, in this world. Look at this beautiful place where you live. I know it's beautiful. Look at this fucking beautiful place where you live. Look around, everybody. Look at the fucking beautiful place where you live. It don't matter where you live. Just look at it and it's beautiful. And that's all I can tell you, Grandma. I'm sorry I died. I'm sorry I died. I'm sorry I died. I'm sorry I'm dead. Trying to be here for you now, though. You do a great job of it. I know. I don't think you should have to give up my voice or the other one's voices until you're damn good and ready, Grandma. They're not waiting until I'm ready for anything. Maybe if they did, you'd live in a stupid way for the rest of your life. Right, Grandma? Yeah. I'm not ready for any of this shit. Well, you asked them to hurry up and bring you your dreams, and maybe this is part of the process. I don't know. Yeah, must be. What an interesting world we live in. They say it's all an illusion, but it all feels very, very real. It's probably an illusion, Grandma. Probably an illusion. Almost home. Well, everybody, hell's bells, I'm well appreciative that you let me get back on this. You are the show, Luna. Yeah, that's true, but thanks for letting me make another appearance on the show and letting me entertain you. Let me entertain you. Let me. Grandma, you gotta do something about your voice right now. Yeah, I know. Let me entertain you. Let me entertain you. From the grave, basically, even though I'm not in the grave, I'm in the freezer. Let me entertain you. Let me entertain you. Let me entertain you. Adios, motherfuckers. Catch you next go round. Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening. I'm your Horenge Cow.